Good morning. My name is Kelly Miller, and I am here today to talk to you about stress. If you have a full time job, then I think you've experienced stress. I'm sure that you found yourself in some sort of stressful situation. But today I would like to focus more on stress at home. Say you have been at work all day, stressed, or, well, not necessarily stressed all the time, but you've had some trying times at work and then you had to drive home through traffic and someone cut you off. You're already tense from leaving work, and then you have the traffic melee, and then you come home and you don't have time to put your briefcase down. Your name is being called 10 times. You're being pulled in all sorts of directions. That would be stress at home. Did you know that a study was released from the Council on Contemporary Families, and that study suggested that people are more so stressed at home than they are at work? And did you also know that there was a study conducted at Penn State where some researchers actually tested people's cortisone levels from home and at work, and they found that their cortisone levels were higher at work than at home? That means that the higher your cortisone levels, the more stressed you are. So if your cortisone levels are higher at home, then at home is where you are stressed more so than at work. And at home used to be your reprieve. You had a hard day at work and then you wanted to come home and relax, but you can't relax at home because you're hitting the ground running. As soon as you walk through the door, you're firing on all cylinders. There's no room for you to decompress, so to speak. So that would be considered stress. And also, speaking of the Family Council, they also did a study showing that ladies, for the most part, are more stressed than the men. And I say for the most part because women usually have more going on than the men. And when I say that, I mean life, children, keeping the home clean. Let me give you a glimpse of my life. I am married. My husband works from 11 until 8, and by the time he gets home, it's around 8:30. So after I leave work, I have to go pick my son up, and he's at the boys' club. When I get into the boys' club, those kids are all over the place, screaming, hollering, stepping on your toes, and that you've already dealt with whatever you dealt with at work, and then I had to drive to the boys club, traffic. Then I am waiting for my son to make his presence known because he's never where he's supposed to be. No matter how many times I said, son, be here, he's never here. He's there. He's 10. So then I finally get him in the car, and then I have to drive back through traffic. Then when I get him home, I go through his book bag, homework and 30 questions. Then I have to prepare him a healthy meal and then sit and eat with him and try to spend time with him. Then try to do things that I need to do for myself. Then by the time my husband gets home, feed him and then try to spend time with him as well. And there's never really any time for me. And a lot of women go through that because our jobs are never done. When 5 o'clock hit here, we are still working. Men, the majority of the time, have the luxury to come home and relax more so than the women. Now, there are men who take care of everything, and I congratulate you. I do. But then you will probably be stressed like we are. So let's talk about some of the things that stress you out. Some of the things, stressors is what they call it. Stressors could be things like the mortgage is due, you don't have enough money. Maybe you are a single income home and you have to try to balance the checkbook and groceries, children. Maybe the holidays are coming up and you don't know how you're going to get through that. People tend to get stressed out during the holidays. Or maybe a stressor could be you quitting smoking. I've been through that. I quit smoking years ago and it was hard. I was stressed out. I really was. Been on diets. You used to grabbing that donut, but you can't grab it. The laundry isn't done when you get home. The house is in shreds and you spent all night trying to clean it up. Your neighbor is getting on your nerves, knocking on the door all the time, or loud music, or dog not on the leash, what have you. Those things are stressors, and stressors, again, are things that causes you stress, things that propels you to, another level of anxiety. And you probably didn't even realize it. You probably were, why am I so stressed at home? Or how come I can't relax at home? It's because these stressors are there and you can't get away from it. And you can't get away from stress. Stress is a part of life. It really is. You can eliminate stress, a lot of your stress. You can identify your stressors. I won't go into things that you can do to de-stress your life. The next person up, Erica, will be going into that, but I do want to encourage you to let you know that there is help. She has a lot of knowledge. She will be able to share with you how you can get through it all. But until then, I just want to encourage you to be well, to breathe, relax, and we'll get through this. Take care.